Okay, good morning and welcome to Iyun HaMishna. Today we're going to analyze Terumos Perek Yud Mishnah Hey. We're talking about clovers, 3-leaf clovers, 4-leaf clovers. Right? It would be a machlokes between Rei Yochanan and Reish Lakish what type of tilson we're talking about, a 4-leaf clover or 3-leaf clover. It only has to have significance in halacha, whether it's darchali manos or kolsha darchali manos. Anyway, one of these things, it was truma. The clover happens to be truma. It was truma produce. You separated a big bag of clovers. You separated some for truma. Truma is shayach. It applies to clovers also. So if it falls into a vat of wine, so you have a lot of wine there. So if it's no Saint Tom and it gives less than shishim, clovers are generally mixed in with wines and other foods in order to give taste to it, right? Spices, to spice it. So if there's enough taste, you only calculate, in terms of Nesinas Tam, you calculate the leaves. You don't calculate the actual stem, the woody stem, because Truma does not chal on the actual stem. It's only chal on the leaves. However, the Mishnah differentiates by Shvius and Klaya Kerem and Hekdesh, those things where the clover is grown during Shvius, or it's Klaya Kerem, it's Kilayim, or it's Hekdesh, or it's Mukudish, the base of Mikish, that's chal on the eights also. That applies to the aids also. So what's the difference? Why by truma and ma'aser sheni? When truma is ma'aseros, right? We don't calculate the taste of the aids, even though the Rav says that the wood, the stem, also has taste. It also imparts taste to the wine. We don't calculate that in Nesinas Tam. However, by Shvius and Klaya Keren, we do. What's the difference? So the difference is that I explained that truma, all that belongs to the Kohen, and the really essence of truma is the gufa truma, is the shalo, the physical part of the truma. Nesinas Tam, right, giving taste, when you put something in, that is the value. That's calculated by the value. Spices are not inherently valuable themselves, right? You don't eat spices themselves. They're used to impart taste to something else. Like I mentioned, that's part of the value of something, not the actual physicality of that thing. So it's part of the value. It's used to impart taste to something else. That's Bershuso, and that's Bershus Hashem. I mentioned by truma, the gufa truma, the shaloah of the truma belongs to the Kohen. However, the reshus, the value of the truma is in the reshus Hashem. Obviously, Hashem wants the Kohen to have it, but because in the reshus Hashem, the Kohen doesn't have certain rights. He doesn't have the right to be machlif it with somebody else. He doesn't have the right to be mochel on it. He can't be mochel if someone ate his truma. He can't be mochel on the payment because the value belongs to Hashem, and Hashem wanted you to have it. You can't be mochel on that. So the value, and here also, when it comes to Nesinas Tam, that's the value. So when it comes to the leaf, as opposed to even though both the leaf and the stem both impart taste, tam eitzo perio shave. However, when it comes to eating it, you would only eat the leaf. No one's going to eat the stem. So therefore, the leaf is edible. This leaf is edible, so that belongs to the Kohen, and that is the actual real truma. However, in the Nesinas Tam, that's the damim. So the damim we don't calculate in the Nesinas Tam, but that's Bershus Hashem. And that's not considered to be essential truma. If it only has damim, it doesn't have a goof also, doesn't have both, that's not real truma, and it wouldn't give Nesinas Tam. However, Shvius and Klaya Kerem, there, the whole, not just the gufa pri or the gufa whole clover, the actual value of the clover also has Shvius. The Isser of Shvius is chal on the value also, so therefore even the impartation of taste, when it imparts taste on the wine, we would calculate not just the leaf, but also the stem itself, because the damim apply both to Shvius and Klaya Keren. Klaya Keren you have to burn, so obviously the whole value is gone, and value it applies to Klaya Keren. You have to burn the whole thing. That would be the conclusion of today's share. I hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next one.